Here we are this afternoon. We're going to have a little bit of a look at our example of a 2012 Holden Commodore Sv6 station wagon. Finished in perfect blue. We'll show you why it's probably going to be the perfect car for you actually. So we start at the front of the car. You notice being the Sv6, it's got all the chrome grille. We've also got the chrome running through the bottom section of the body kit on the bumper. Really well maintained so far in its life, this car actually. Very hard to pick a fault or a stone chip or anything. As we come around to the driver's side of the car, presents in similar fashion. 18-inch factory alloy wheels, unscuffed, the right-hand front, a couple of minor blemishes on the right-hand rear, and tyres of about 90% tread, so they're near new. Once again, moving down the side of the car, pretty much unmarked, a little bit of polish there just to wipe off later. That's just called lazy detailing. As we come around to the tailgate of the car, important to note it is fitted with factory colour-coded reverse sensors. We do have chrome twin exhaust pipes and then all your chrome badging running through the tailgate as well. Important to note, running across the top or the lip of the bumper bar, usually that's where you'd see scratches and marks, but pretty much unmarked. So as I mentioned earlier on, this car presents really, really well. The passenger side, very similar. Left-hand rear alloy, a couple of minor scuff marks, and the same with the left-hand front, which is to be expected when people can't calculate how far away their wheels are from a gutter, really. Important to note, we've got our Series 2 badging on the car, and there's a couple of things that do vary from the Series 1, which we'll touch on as we run through during the video. Okay, under the bonnet of the Sv6, powered by a 3.6 litre V6 motor, will give you 9.8 litres combined 100 k's fuel economy. So you actually get really good mileage out of a tank of fuel, in excess of 700 k's. Pushes out 210 kilowatts and 350 newton meters of torque. So you've got economy, but you've got power at the same time. So when you pile all the kids in, the family going on a long trip, it's going to cope with being fully loaded, the car, but at the same time it's going to deliver you super fuel economy as well. So now we're back at the tailgate, just simple push of the button to release it, let go, and the gas struts will take it up out of our way. Really, really clean inside, plenty of storage space. Usually I don't do it until later on, but I've actually taken the liberty of folding the 60 split part of the rear seat down just to indicate how much depth of storage you've got in the event you need to, pop a couple of plasma TVs in there, if you've got the money. Plenty of room as far as depth of storage goes. Notice we do have the factory cargo blinds. Just lock it up into position, Mark, good work. That was good. Let's go for take 2 on that. Nice. All right, so if we want to just cover up anything that's stored in there, we can. And usually, as a rule, probably, if I'd grabbed the handle, we might have got that done right first time. Also, 12-volt power outlet in the rear here. Just a little netting there, so if we want to pop anything in there, it's actually secure. Also, notice we lift this up, full-size factory spare. Has not been out of the wheel well since the car was new, so brand new. So as you can see, plenty of storage space, great size car width-wise as well, ideal family car. Rightio, so now we're inside the car. And just a reminder, 2012 Sv6, that's us. All right, we're going to start over here. We do have light sensitive headlights, so they will actually activate as it becomes darker in the afternoon or night or early morning. On our indicator stalk, you notice we've got our factory cruise control. Really simple to use, good setup. Our steering wheel I've got unlocked at the moment, so it is height and reach adjustable. Set ourselves up nice and comfy. Yeah, good. And lock it into place. Whilst we're on our steering wheel, leather wrapped steering wheel, leather, nice. Volume control for our stereo. We do have our Bluetooth button to accept and decline calls or end calls. And then on our left hand side, we've got our audio button to control between Bluetooth streaming, FM or AM radio. Being the Series 2, it is one of the features that got added. We do, once you've hooked your Bluetooth up, you can audio stream off your phone, iPod or iPad. It is compatible to all. We also have our trip computer button here, which will feed you all your information on your center screen. Basically give you range to empty, average speed, average fuel consumption. So feeds you all the necessary info required. This one here is just our mode button. So if I've got it on FM, like I do at the moment, just flick between stations, just by a matter of just toggling that little switch, knob switch. Anyway, moving to the center console now, we've got all of our main controls. Even though you do see navigation and map buttons, it was an option from new, and the option wasn't actually taken on this car. Down below here we have all of our controls for our climate control air conditioning. It is dual zone as well. So basically driver passenger can set themselves up to desired temperatures. Our T-bar in the middle here, we've got a manual button to turn the traction control off, not necessary to utilise that really. And we can drive our car, obviously as I mentioned, with reverse sensors. When you do select reverse, it will bring up the image of the car and detect as you're coming closer to something behind you and indicate it on the screen as well as audibly. We can drive this car as a normal auto, or we can flick across into sports shift and then just run through the gears manually off the stick. So a couple of options for you to be aware of there. And just moving back here, we've got all our power mirror and power window switches. Note the lovely piano black finish on the console, lovely. Drink holders there. We'll just re-engage our handbrake. And just in the middle here, detailer's a little bit lazy, not popping that little piece of carpet back in place. We'll do that for them, just won't pay their bill. We do have a USB outlet there, and that will support charging of any device that you do plug into it, whereas not a lot of cars do. There's also an additional 12-volt outlet there, so you've got all those accessories readily available. We'll just, Matt's having a little bit of a cough there, so just make sure he's okay. Now we'll move on to safety now, and the really good thing about the Holden is airbag safety, front, side and curtain airbags. It does, coupled with traction and stability control, obviously as standard, does help this car achieve a 5-star ANCAP safety rating. So you can be super confident that the family are all safe when they're in the car. And you know, 5-star ANCAP safety rating is really important because you can't get a safer car than that. Now, just as far as maintenance so far in its life, this car, every service has been stamped in the books from new. So we know it's been really well maintained. Beautiful part about this car is also, it is still under new car warranty until October 2015. So you've got all the peace of mind in the world. That's covered by Holden Australia-wide. And last but not least, just while we're in the interior, really important to note the quality of the inside. The seats are in as new condition, carpets as well. Even looking at the door trims while I'm sitting in the front here, you know, your driver and passenger door trims are unmarked. So yeah, no, a lot to like about this car. Okay, so wind up time. 5-star ANCAP safety rating, 9.8 litres per 100 Ks, in excess of 700 Ks to a tank of fuel. 210 kilowatts, 350 Newton meters of torque. Everything about this car, and this is a really good example of one of these, its condition's spot on, the price is spot on. It's probably why you've inquired about it. Hope this really helps you get an idea of the quality. Give us a call if you've got any questions. 9907 0555. Thanks again.